Okay, let's now move on to the second set of our exercises. We have question number 6 to question number 9. And you can pause the video, write the question out, and try and solve them on your own, just to be able to prove that you understand. And please, when you start solving, make sure you self-check. And when you are done, you can now unpause the video and scroll to the exercises to see how your skill truly match up. And that will be very good. You can leave me a note and I'll appreciate it too. So let's go to the second set below and start solving that one as well. So for question number 6, we have 4 to the power of x equals to 0.5. Now, all that we talked about in the first set was the factor, using the number on the left-hand side to solve the number on the right-hand side. But in this instance, we can use 4 and 0.5 and see similarities we can quickly pick. Now we need to bend backward to solve the mathematics. So how do we approach this? Let's deal with the decimal first. How can we convert the decimal to a fraction? And from there, maybe there are going to be some semblance that we can work with. So what is the best way we can do that? We have 4 to the power of x. Imagine if we have 5 over 10. So 5 over 10 is the same thing as 0.5. We just have to move the decimal. Now, when we do that, we can say 4 to the power of x is now 1 over 2. Now, something is looking close by. Now, based on what we have, do you remember this rule? When we have c to the power of minus a is equals to 1 over ca. So, can we apply this rule in this equation? Yes, the answer is yes. So, we have 4 to the power of x and 2 to the power of minus 1. With that in mind, we can now start solving these exercises further. So look at the left-hand side. It is 4. We want to bring it down. So we have 2 times 2. This is to the power of 1 to the power of x and 2 to the power of minus 1. And this becomes 2 to the power of 2 and 2 to the power of x and 2 to the power of minus 1. And to remove the parentheses, so remove parentheses, and that will become 2 to the power of 2x and 2 to the power of minus 1. When we do that, we can start solving for the value of 2. So divide both sides by the base value 2. So we can come here and say 2 to the power of 2x and 2 to the power of minus 1. And you see what happens? This cancel out. Now we have 2x is equals to minus 1. To determine the value of x, we are going to divide both sides by 2. So divide both sides by 2. So we have 2x over 2 and minus 1 over 2. And x will be equals to minus 1 over 2. So please don't forget, if you self-check, you're going to see that the answer is correct because this is 4 to the power of x, 0.5. So we want to assume we don't know this. So we are working with this. So 2 to the power of 2x and become 2 to the power of 2 times minus 1 over 2. And this becomes 2 to the power of minus 2 over 2. And this becomes 2 to the power of minus 1. And you can see how we're able to break the ice very quickly. And that gives us the solution. Now we move on now to the next question. That's question number 7. So question number 7 is 32 to the power of x and 0.25. Now, we apply the same concept that we apply in question number 6 because they are similar. 4 and 0.5 are different, and in this instance we have 32 to the power of x equals to 0.25. Since we have two numbers behind the decimal places, we can just divide that 25 by 100. In the previous question is 0.5. We divided by 10 because we only have one number after the decimal. So we come in here and say 32 to the power of x and 25 over 100. And don't forget, we apply the same rule that we did earlier on, where we have c to the power of minus a is equals to 1 over c to the power of a. How do we break this down further? So we have 32 to the power of x, and this looks like 1 over 4. Or we can say 4 to the power of minus 1. If we have that, this will give us 32 to the power of x equals to, let me still keep this one as is first. So this will still be 4 to the power of minus 1. And we can break things further just to make life easier on the left-hand side and on the right-hand side. And what do we do to make life further? Here, we look for what is common to both sides. The factor of 32, the factor of 4. What the smallest number that we can multiply together that will help us to determine those values, that will be 2. So we have 2 in 5 places to the power of x. And on the right hand side, we have 2 in 2 places to the power of minus 1. So this will give us 2 to the power of 5 and x, and 2 to the power of 2 and then minus 1. We can say removing the bracket or removing the parentheses. Removing the parentheses and see what happened. 2 to the power of 5x is equals to minus 2, because 2 times minus 1, this is plus 2, plus times minus is minus, 2 times 1 is 2. So we have minus 2. So with this in place now, to determine, we can say divide both sides by 2. And our goal is to remove the base value. So let me repeat it here. 2 to the power of 5x and 2 to minus 2. So see what happens. This cancel out and we have 5x is equals to minus 2. And if we divide both sides by 5, because that is the value with the variable x. So divide both sides by 5. And that gives us 5x over 5 and minus 2 over 5. See what happens? This cancel out. So 5 will cross out and we're going to have x is equals to minus 2 over 5. And this will be the value of x. Please don't forget, self-check. So you want to self-check and see what we have just accomplished. So with this, we'll move on now to question number 8. So let's go to question number 8. So question number 8, I have 2 to the power of 3m is equals to 0.25. Since you know you've seen this before, let's just dive down and get the job done. On the right hand side, how many numbers do we have after the decimal? That is 2. So you're going to divide that number by what? 100. Good job. So we have 2 to the power of 3m, and this will be 25 over 100. And 2 to the power of 3m will be 1 over 4, or 4 to the power of minus 1. In this instance, we have 2 to the power of 3m, and then 2 into minus 1. So 2 to the power of 3m will be 2 to the power of 2 in bracket to the power of minus 1. And with that, we have 2 to the power of 3m and 2 to the power of minus 2. Don't forget, plus 2 times minus 1. And that will be plus times minus. That will be minus. 2 times 1, 2. So please don't forget, plus times minus, minus. If you want to know how we arrive at this, at the bottom of this video, there is select a link you can click to go over the foundational course when we are talking about number operation and sign integers. You'll be able to deepen your understanding from there. So for us to move forward, we divide both sides by 2. That is the base value. And when we repeat 2 into 3m and 2 into minus 2, and see what happens here. This will cancel out and we come back to 3m is equals to minus 2. To get the value of m, we're going to again divide both sides by 3, because that is the one with the variable. So equals to minus 2 over 3. So this will cancel out. We have this cancelling out and we are left with m is equals to minus 2 over 3. Please don't forget again, self-check. Self-check your answer. So that is number 8. Let's now go to number 9. You can try number 9 and pause your video to be able to try. So we have 3 to the power of 2r is equals to 27. Look at what we have on the left hand side and look at what we have on the right hand side. And that gives us the clue. So we have 3. So we have 3 to the power of 2r and 27. We can look for the factor. So 3, that's 9, 3, 3, and 1. So we have 3 in 3 places for that. So we have 3 to 2r and 3 to the power of 3. And straight away, we can divide both sides by the base value. So divide both sides by the base value. So base value. So this will be 3 to the power of 2r and 3 to the power of 3. See what happens? So we have this value taken care of. 2r equals to 3. And we'll say divide both sides by 2, because that is the one with the variable r. So we have 3 over 2. And see what happens here? These two will cancel out and r will be equals to 3 over 2. And that will be our final answer. And you can always do the right thing. Please self-check. You can see a measure of similarity in these exercises. The more you are able to go over it this way, the more your skill set improves when it comes to solving equation of this nature. So we'll meet you in the next video where we'll work the final set of these exercises. I'm very sure by now you understand everything. And if there is any question, please let me know, so that way we can discuss further and I can bring up more questions that we can practice to help reinforce the concept. We try to select these questions to deepen our understanding of power, root, and exponential equation. So after now, I'll see you in the next video where we take the set 3 of these exercises.
If you find values in these math videos, please subscribe to be notified when the latest videos are uploaded every week. Also, check out the links below this video for more comprehensive math video tutorials to help you with your math studies, or in case you are preparing for your math tests, or any of the math exam listed below. Our goal at Practical Math Academy is to make sure you understand all the math topics you will be evaluated on. Also, see you succeed by practicing sufficient math exercises that will boost your confidence when taking any of these math tests or exams. Our promise is to assure you that when you study these math video tutorials and practice along, it will boost your confidence, help you gain a better understanding of the math concepts discussed, and when you see these questions on the test, you are more confident to apply the skills, and you will come out in flying colors. One of the best ways to consistently benefit is when you subscribe to this channel. You will be notified every week when latest videos are posted. There are additional benefits. We also post solved math questions from weekend revision classes, and you do not want to miss these solutions to past math questions. This gives you insight into how some of these math questions are asked, and how best to answer them under the limited time allowed by the math examiner. Links to comprehensive math video courses are listed below. Please check them out and learn more on how you can take your math understanding to the next level. You can also take our math survey to develop a solid foundation in your understanding of math. Thank you very much for stopping by today.